Ai, posso começar? Hello everyone and welcome to the School of Port's first video of our first online video of School of Port's online video library. Today, estava tão bem! And welcome to the first episode of its birthplace, traditions, techniques, great varieties and long passed on know-how make this a truly unique and inimitable wine. Não havia nada mais fácil. You really can't imitate port, sorry. And a terrible vine disease that had been devastating vineyards, a mite which feeds off the roots of the vines, eventually rotting them, terrorized the Douro. A lot of people abandoned their vineyards, and that, já não sei o que é que tenho que dizer. To this date, all the vines, não era? The Douro Valley is a stunningly beautiful region that contains over half of the world's mountain vineyards. There is also significant variation in rainfall. We normally have an average of 380 millimeters per year. Thank you. I was doing so well. To the east, we have an average of 380 millimeters. Fiz ritmo. Today, we are going to be talking about... O quê? O que é que vamos falar? But there's a lot of stages that our Vitis Vinifera goes through before reaching that moment.
Action!
Não, sai daí. This is quite a difficult job. And... Já não me lembro o que é que eu ia dizer. The B Corporation is a certification, public transparency and legal accountability. The yeasts are the little things that are going to make the... On a normal day during the vintage, we'd have about 14,000 liters of wine in this tank. And we'd have 2 lines of men. People. Machismo. That centuries ago, port merchants found a place to build their huge lodges, not huge, big saw. Water is sprinkled on the earth floors of the lodge and we close the sky... Como é que se chama? Como é que é? Sky quê? The first thing we have to do is assess... tenho que parar de caminhar? The wines are reviewed to determine whether they have more potential to age in the wood or in bottle. In the wood. The wines are reviewed to determine which ones have more potential to age. The oxidation can vary according to the quantity of wine. No. These 2 different aging methods will produce 2 different These 2 different methods will result.
Palminha.
Parecias tu a bater palmas agora. Uma palma a sério, viste?
Vai, filha!
Let's do it again. This is why it's so important that ports that age inside the bottle are stored. Estava tão bem. Port will stay inside these vats and... não sei porque que... Port will stay in contact with the wood for many years. And also, maybe, in contact with the air. Port will stay in contact with the oak. Port will stay inside these barrels for a long time. This will have a soft impact on the profile of the wine. Não é nada disto já. And that will have an impact on the profile of the wine, changing its color, its aromas, and the profile, again, twice. So the larger the container, the smaller the proportion of wine in contact with the wood, and also therefore, maybe, who knows? So in these casks, we have 550 liters of wine, So in these casks, we have a whole lot, and therefore there's a greater oxidation inside the barrel, the wine, maybe. And also being aged for a shorter period of time, as ruby ports are So ruby ports are aged in these large oak vats, and they're and the port aging in this smaller wood, the color will change, turning into this tawny color, which is a pale light gold. So there's a lot of contact between the wine. Hi there. Já não me lembro. Hi there. ready for an But today we will be talking about how the best of the But today we will be talking about how the best of the best age, develop, and today we will be talking about how the best of the best develop patiently under very thoughtful, carefully thoughtful condition. The most. Careful. And we should avoid major temperature shifts. It also needs to be stored horizontally. The ideal temperature to drink. Another frequent question about port is how long can you keep the bottle open? Right? Mas pode dizer isto, how long can you keep the bottle open, certo? Please keep in mind that all ports, vintage ports, however, having been closed in the bottle for many years, decades, need to be consumed, decades even, with no contact with oxygen, with the oxygen or with oxygen inside the bottle, with no contact with the air. They will be best. Eu said, porque que eu estou tão coisa? And it will benefit from this extra space and it will release the aromas in a much more flavory way. Já não sabia o que estava a dizer, esquece. Because it's a little bit larger and it will allow more air for Normally we serve port in smaller portions. Normally it's about half the size of a red wine portion.
Which is more than I had already.
A lot more. Just a lot more. Port is traditionally... However, port has proven its large, amazing versatility. However, port has also proven its large versatility. Large versatility? Port is traditionally served as an after... Como é que era a primeira frase? With me today I have Ivo, a very talented bartender who's going to show us... Estava tão bem! With me today is... desculpa. And while I taste this amazing cocktail... Tira, não gosto. Hello again, Port Geeks. And hello again, Port Geeks. Desculpa, que eu engasguei. Unless you have a glass of vintage port, which has this amazing structure and tannins, and perdi-me novamente. So the bitterness of this chocolate, together with the sweetness and the fruitiness of the ABV, we have some dark chocolate truffles and some late eu esqueço-me que vinho é. And this is it, the final episode from our first season of video.